Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So tax day just passed about a week ago, and we know how much people look forward to tax day, right? People dread this day. But I think for me lately, I don't know if it's just me, but lately I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how much more tax they're paying this year than they did last year, and I have my thoughts on that. But in this video, I want to show you a lady who paid $20,000 in taxes, and she's not happy about it, right? She's a little bit frustrated, right? Like a lot of people, depending on if you owe money or you return or you're getting a tax return. It's a frustrating time. So I'm just gonna let her talk, and she's gonna share her thoughts on having to pay $20,000 to the IRS.
It's April 15th. I just had $20,000 taken from my bank account. $14,000 to the IRS, $6,000 to the state of New York. And while I knew that this was coming, I just have a question. How are people supposed to survive in this economy? I've been running my business for 8 years and I've never had to pay this much in taxes. And granted, maybe we made a little bit more. I just feel like everything is just going to shit. I used to pay $400 to fill up my oil tank. It's now costing me $1,400 to fill up my oil tank. $400 a month for my electric bill. $5,600 a year for our car insurance. 2 cars. Not fancy, extravagant cars. Not like $1 million coverages. We have comprehensive, we have collision, no accidents, no tickets. We've had this policy for over 20 years. The taxes on this house, $18,000 a year. Do I want to leave New York and Long Island? In a heartbeat. I would leave like that. Only reason that we are still here is because of family.
See, that's the first issue, right? She lives in New York, the great state of New York. And we all know how expensive New York can be, right? The cost of living, crime, everything is just very expensive there. They're always going to need taxes, right? They charge you taxes for everything, and it's not because, and a big reason is because they mismanage money. They're always, because they spend money, they manage the money the way they do. They're always going to need more taxes. Okay, and they'll find different ways to tax you, whether it's through tolls, whether it's through fines, whatever it is, they'll find ways to tax you because they always need money. They mismanage money all the time. And whatever it is, whether it's spending money on the migrants, they're always finding ways to just mismanage money. So they're always going to find ways to try to generate revenue through taxes, when all they need to do is they reduce their expenses like any other normal person. But of course, the easiest people to always get is the worker, right? Now you hear them always talking about, oh, we need to tax the rich people more. That's just something they say, right? They say we need to tax rich people more to get people emotionally charged up, saying so they can, of course, go against the rich people. But in reality, what they're doing is just going to go after the regular person because it's easier to go after the regular person, the W-2er, right? It's much tougher to go after the rich person, right? Because they have accountants. They'll just find ways to make sure they're not getting their money stolen from the government. So it's just easier to go to the W-2. And even still, like if you wanted to tax the rich people, it still is not going to solve the problem of mismanaging of money. It doesn't matter how much you tax people. If you're constantly mismanaging money, you're always going to need more money. So it's New York is always going to need to tax people more because the way they manage money. But I understand her problem because, having family can make it difficult, especially if you have family living next to you, and especially if you're close to family, it can make it difficult to leave. Right, because if I lived in New York, I'd be out of there. But yes, being close to family, having family there, is going to make it more difficult leaving. So she has a choice to make, right? So it does complicate the issue.
Because my entire family lives within a 5-mile radius of us. My kids are very close to their cousins. I'm close to my siblings, my parents, and that's really difficult for us to leave. How much longer can you actually stick it out? And I know a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, you have a beautiful house, you have nice cars. I'm not complaining. I am very thankful for everything that we have, but I am terrified for my children's future and even for mine and my husband's future. As a small business owner, when can we retire? We don't get a pension. Retirement is saving in our IRA or life insurance. Am I going to be working until I'm 73 or 74 years old? My family is more important. I would rather struggle financially and be around family than be living, with no money worries and being, 1,000 miles away from my family. If our taxes are $18,000 a year now, what are they going to be in 5 years? It's not like the county is going to come to us and be like, oh, for every year you're in the house, you're going to get a fucking discount. They just keep going up. I'm so thankful. We don't have credit card bills. Everything that we do for our children. I'm working 70 hours a week. I should be able to be like, you know what? I want to go on a vacation for a week and a half. Last summer, we had one vacation booked, Ocean City, Maryland.
So, and that's another thing. Another point she talks about is the credit card, right? Having no credit card debt. That makes life much easier. Even though like the economy is where it is and things are so much more expensive, not having credit card debt or any like personal debt makes life a little bit easier for a person. I know that from experience. Once I got rid of my credit card debt, it's been much easier to handle, just getting through things. And you need to understand that if you're someone that has a bunch of debt and your money is going to these financial institutions, that makes living life a little bit difficult. And she talks about not being able to go on vacation. And I hear a lot of people talking about how much, it's not fair that they're not able to enjoy life, go on vacations, and how much they got to work. I get that. I understand that. But you need to understand that you need to find a way to manage your money properly. I understand everybody wants to go on vacation, but look, vacation is a luxury. It's not a necessity. All right. And you need to understand that, a lot of people are saying, oh, let me take this credit card or take this personal loan to go on vacation, putting themselves in debt just to go so that they can enjoy a vacation. That's not how you're supposed to do it. If you want to go on vacation, the first thing you got to do, obviously, is make sure you're budgeting correctly, right? The money that comes in, set a budget aside so you can set up an account for a vacation. Or you have to make sure that you have to make more money. If you don't have enough money to go on vacation, then you have an income problem. So you need to therefore make more money. Right? Don't go into debt just to go on vacation. Like I said, I get it. I understand. Everybody wants to enjoy life. People want to go on vacations. But if you don't have the money, it makes no sense taking debt just to go enjoy the things that you want. It's not financially sound. It's not the smart thing to do when it comes to your finances. If you don't have the money to do these things, then you just need to find a way to make more money, or you need to live very frugal. You need to cut some expenses out. She's being smart. She's making sure she doesn't have credit card debt. And like I said, she wants to go on vacation. She can't really do that because she doesn't really have the money, right? And that's for a lot of people. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Even when I'm working on like when I was working on myself and trying to clear my credit card and work on my online business, I knew I couldn't do certain things. Go on trips with friends. I couldn't hang out with friends. I had to make certain sacrifices to get to where I wanted to go. These are things that you have to do, right? If you want to enjoy vacation, then you have to at least make more money so that you can, have enough money so you can enjoy vacations without having to go into debt to do it. So, yeah.
And we ended up canceling it because I'm like, I can't see spending $3,000 to go to Maryland. Has money to even go on vacation anymore. I'm not saying I don't have the money for a vacation. I'm saying I would be stupid to pay these prices for vacation. I hate when people say, oh, it must be nice to do this and that. Everything we have, we work for. And we're still working. I'm going to be 50 in September. My husband's going to be 50. I'm like, let's go away to Bermuda. How much it costs for the four of us to go away to Bermuda? And we can only go in the summer when everyone's off. Over $10,000. You only live once. I get that. I can't in my right mind spend that much money knowing that a week and a half later it'll be gone. All about the memories and everything like that. I don't know. Stuck in between a rock and a hard place here. Having a bad day because I'm very angry at the fact that I had to pay the government and the state that much money. You know what I could have done with that money? I could have gone on vacation. But seriously, I can't be the only one. How are we going to survive 5 years from now? We'll grow our own fruits, our vegetables. We'll have cows and chickens. I just want to be a kid again with no responsibilities.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are dealing with this, man. Everything is more expensive. All right, everybody's trying to figure out how to just get through this life with the cost of living the way it is, and then you have your government mismanaging money the way it is. And like I said, you got to figure it out. You got to make sacrifices. Right, you got to make sure that you're obviously properly managing your money because, like I said, you say you're one vote, you're one person. You can't. The only thing you can control is what. You can only control what you do, right? You only can control how you spend money. You can't control what other people are doing. You vote for the people that you do. You can't control that. You can only control what you do, and it's how you properly manage money. I understand. Like we all want to enjoy life, but life is very difficult right now, and like I said, it could get worse. Like it could get more difficult. So you have to prepare for these things. Right? Life is not fair. I understand that, everybody wants to enjoy it and we all want to enjoy it the way we want to, but you have to make sure you're preparing for the things that you can't see, right? Things are getting more expensive. It's getting more difficult to buy a home, to buy groceries, and you got to figure out how to weather this storm. I don't know how worse it's going to get, when it's going to get better, but you have to prepare for these things. And I think she's being smart, making sure that she doesn't have credit card debt, making sure that she can afford to go on vacation, trying to figure out ways where she can manage her finances so she can enjoy the vacation that she wants. Because like I said, things are more expensive. You pay more taxes. The way our debt is in this country, you can only imagine that taxes are going to increase in the future. So that's just something that we gotta deal with. So those are my thoughts. I wonder what your thoughts on this. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button and share. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so you guys take care. Have a good one. Later.